As I can recall, my first experience of the piano was probably had while attending church service in Perth Amboy, New Jersey. My mother was a very strong churchgoer, and she brought us along with her. And that meant we went to Sunday school, which was from 9 to 10 in the morning. Between 10 and 11, there was just nobody in church, and church would start at 11. So that meant I had access to the piano for a whole 45 minutes. But I didn't pound and bang on the piano. I just rocked out. And then my mother saw that I was so interested in the piano that she went out and bought a piano, an upright piano, and put it in the house. How loving of her. And she sprung for piano lessons, little books of etudes and songs. That was when I was in the 5th grade, about 10 years of age. The piano then became my friend. I would write songs, sing along, and invite friends over, and we would do something called doo-wop music. Piano was my first major instrument, then followed by violin and trombone, and then the orchestras and the choir. I chose to go to Howard University for college, and there my piano lessons were the major subjects. Piano, theory and composition. Theory and composition was the second. That was where I learned to appreciate my scales and arpeggios. Also, because there were so many kinds of pianos in the practice rooms, I would eventually wind up having a favorite one, which was a Hamilton grand piano. It had a nice touch, and it gave out this crystal clear attack, and I could be in that room for hours and hours, and eventually get to my piano lesson. Leaving Howard University, fast forward to New York City, where I pursued my interest in comedy and music performance. There I joined up with a band called the Winds of Change. The Winds of Change assigned me to playing the Fender Rhodes, an electric piano, which is very heavy to load on and off of a truck every time we did a gig. But the piano had a very bell-ringing kind of sound, which I later understood was attributed to the tin, T-I-N, the tines, a sort of metal reed inside of the piano. Making this album, my first solo piano album, took a while. I was hesitant about becoming known as a pianist. I didn't know if I wanted to depend upon pianos being available everywhere that I go and being in good shape. But I guess now it works, it can work. I go through piano moods. Sometimes I just feel soft, sometimes I don't feel so up and energetic up on the piano. Other times I feel very contemplative and meditative. Whirls of sound and music and dances and flows, waiting to be released by the right fingers. The sound of a piano has a rich bass and many strings. So it's a healing instrument. You can vibrate your body, you can vibrate the room, and you can go off into trance with piano. Of course, it helps to have some kind of technique and some kind of experience in your fingers so that you can do less thinking and more intuitive free flow on the keyboard, which is what I like to do. I call it pulling music from the sky. Improvisation, trust and let go. Of course, my years at Howard University studying theory and composition and piano helped a heck of a lot to be able to navigate through my imagination and my creative intuition.